Welcome back to Leeds Lately. As you can see below me, Leeds have just won 3-0 away in the FA Cup at Peterborough. And we're not going to do too much analysis and too much serious talk. We're just going to talk about the game in general and a bit about the goals because some good things happened. Namely, Ampadu, who had scored 2 goals, I think, in his entire career up until today, scored 2 goals in the same day. The first one coming from a Jaden Anthony free kick that was dropped into the box. Bamford chests it down to him. Ampadu bashed it in the back of the net. A volley half volley that bounced down and went over the keeper, just like you're taught to do. The second one late on, obviously we'll talk about the second goal in a minute, the actual second goal. Second Ampadu goal, though, happened late on in the game, 90th minute. Corner whipped in by Dan James. Dan James gets himself another assist and Ampadu flicks it on at the near post into the top far corner. Excellent for Ampadu. Very happy for him. Looked absolutely ecstatic, to be fair. So that's him, 2 goals and an assist. So man of the match for me, spoiler alert. But the second goal, Patrick Bamford's goal, wow. If you haven't seen it already, go to my Twitter, Leeds_Lately, I think it is. It'll be in the description, it's linked anyway. And watch the goal. Watch Bamford's goal, because it was ridiculous. Ampadu gets the ball in sort of a left-back position, plays a long ball up to Bamford so that Bamford can, what Ampadu probably thinks is hold it up. But what Bamford does instead is chest the ball. Knight, the defender behind him, trips over his own feet and falls over. Bamford goes, all right, I'll hit it then. Hits it on the volley, on the full, bangs it over the goalkeeper. Goal of the round. Probably, potentially, room for it being goal of the tournament so far. Goal of the tournament in general, actually, this season. If we don't go much further than that, at least we'll have that moment in the FA Cup, because what a goal that was from Patrick Bamford. Is he back? Is he back? Say it quietly with me. Is he back? I think he might be back. He played well. Against Birmingham, he played really well. Yes, Birmingham are a poor championship side under Wayne Rooney. Peterborough, a good side, but a good League One side. So again, nothing to write home about, but still, good performance. Bamford getting himself into the right places, having shots, holding the ball up, doing well, doing those striker responsibilities well, and it kind of makes a difference having him in there. And if you play Jorginho behind him rather than Peru, I think it certainly offers up some options. I think Jaden Anthony, yes, it was against lower league opposition, but I think Jaden Anthony really had a good game today. And I've been saying over the last few weeks that I don't think he's very good. I don't know what he's for, because he's not good at any of the things a winger should be good at. But I thought his delivery was good today, which is actually a category that I didn't mention when I mentioned that he wasn't good at taking a player on. He wasn't good at shooting, and he wasn't good at, he wasn't quick. But I didn't mention delivery. His set-piece delivery was really good today. He got himself a shot-creating action or a goal-creating action for the free kick that he whipped in for the first goal. His corners were decent. I thought the delivery was decent, a lot better than what we've seen in terms of consistency from other players like Dan James and stuff taking corners, although obviously Dan James did get an assist from a corner today. But yeah, in general, I thought Jaden Anthony was better. I thought Junior Firpo actually had a really good game. I thought defensively, he was decent. He was solid. A lot of the time, he was making those recovery runs when he was getting back in. He was making tackles, getting the ball and going forward again. And I think going forward as well, something he's never really struggled too much with. Thought his link-up play with Anthony was good. There's kind of a good little blossoming relationship going on down the left-hand side with them two. Gruev, again, I thought Gruev was really good, had a good game. There was a moment where he was chasing back and he had to make a slide tackle. And then whilst on the floor, he crawled and made another tackle, which I thought was brilliant as well. And I think one of the guys in my chat highlighted that as well. I think it was Ben, Rad Music chat. Shout out to him. Become a Leeds Lately member. If you want to become a member, by the way, just hit that join button down below. It's completely optional, but it does really support the channel. But yeah, he mentioned as well how that was a brilliant moment from Gruev. Archie Gray in the midfield this time had a really good game. I think Shackleton was okay. He was decent. He was Shackleton. He wasn't fantastic. He didn't set the world on fire, but I think he was decent. He had a good game, Shackleton. But Archie Gray then went into the midfield because of that and didn't have to play at right back. So I think Archie Gray had a really good game in there, really making things tick. And you keep forgetting, don't you, that he's 17. But the way he plays and the way he organises things, the way he moves, the way he uses his body as well. The balls come into him and you think, oh, God, he's going to have the ball taken off him there. But he just steps a foot in front of them, leans on them and rolls past them. Does really well to do that, Archie Gray, and I think he's so good at it. Who else have we got? Nonto. Didn't think Nonto was fantastic. He was okay, but for me, probably one of our worst players. We all played well, actually, but I just think him in general was probably one of the worst players, and got himself a yellow card as well. Had to be taken off a little bit later on because of that. Joe Rodon, fantastic. Always covering, always doing things right. I really enjoyed Joe Rodon's performance. Always in the right place at the right time, blocking things. I thought that Ampadu did really well at left centre-back. People have said maybe that's not a very good position for him, but I think in this game he actually did really, really well, Ampadu, and obviously got 2 goals and an assist from centre-back, which is fantastic, really. But I think if you take those aside and just look at his actual performance without the goals and the assist, I think he actually played really well at centre-back as well, dictating things and almost sort of playing his normal role, but from a centre-back. Chris Clarkson, I don't think he's ever conceded a goal for Leeds' first team. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but obviously he made his partial debut against Wolves when Meslier got sent off for that tackle on Jimenez when we won 3-2 and Ayling scored that last-minute winner. But since then, he made his full debut against Birmingham City, probably like nearly a year later, and he has also made his second appearance in this game and hasn't conceded a goal. He's looked decent. He's looked solid. He did spill the ball once, but Ampadu was there to clear it away, and I think his distribution's been decent. I think he knows when to go long when he's under pressure. He knows when to come short when he's got the time to. And I think he's commanding in his box as well. I think he actually had a really, really good game, Klaassen. It's a shame, really, that Meslier is back for Klaassen, I mean. Not maybe for Leeds United in general, but for Klaassen. I think Klaassen probably wanted a few more games under his belt there, but I think it'll give him the world of confidence there, really, having that chance to play in the first team like he has done. I think he's done really well with the opportunity. I think the only other player that we've not talked about is Joel Peru, and Joel Peru, I think he's in the wrong position there. I know we've said it a lot of times, so I'll just briefly cover it. There's a lot of times where he's coming back into his own half to pick up the ball, and when he does and when he receives it, people are saying, oh no, he's got an awful touch. I just don't think it's his game coming short to receive it. I think when Jorginho does that and almost becomes part of the midfield, you can see how that would work and why that's working. So I'm happy with it when it's Jorginho, but I think when it's Joel Peru, when he comes back into his own half, a lot of the time he does take a bad touch. There are times when he takes a touch and turns his man and goes in the right direction, then plays the ball forward, and I'm happy with him. But there are also times where he takes a heavy touch and he kind of loses possession for Leeds, so it's a little bit disappointing in that aspect, but I do think that Joel Peru should probably, I mean, given the form that Bamford's in, maybe Bamford against Cardiff City should start up top with Jorginho in behind him, and Peru can come off the bench to have an impact as a striker a bit later on in the game. That's what I'd like to see personally from our next game. I think whilst Bamford's in this building confident run of form, that's when you should play him. But yeah, I'm going to watch that goal over and over again, because what a goal it was, and what a way to say, trying to do this without swearing, but basically to say, have that for giving us another away fixture. We'll have that 3-0 and we move on to the next round. Obviously back to championship action, and also tomorrow there is a transfer news video. It's not any news, it's a scouting report. It's something that I've picked out, so check that out at 12 p.m. tomorrow. I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. But yeah, thanks for watching Leeds Lately. What a good, enjoyable game of football that was to win 3-0. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.